Hello, welcome back. This is your reading for Thursday, February 20th. And this is the tarot portion, and then the astrology will come up next. So, 3 cards for what is it that we need to know for today? What would be the most helpful? What's coming up, and what is it that we need to know? How to best use the energy of the day. Right there. Ooh, Page of Wands. Good. Okay. Whoa, Page of Swords. And the Knight of Wands reversed. Okay, that's interesting. All court cards. Okay, so the pages are messengers and of the earthly element. So they're focused on, they represent usually younger people who are focused on, what it takes to get adult, right? What it takes to adult. So the fire signs bring in passion and power and courage and movement, right? And the suit of swords has to do with the mental processes and communication. So with the combination of the wands and the swords, it's like there's a lot of energy in the morning. It could be that you get up and you go. I mean, you just like up, and it might even be challenging to meditate because there's a lot of chatter in your head. And it's like, I don't want to just sit. But you know what? You can do walking meditations. Or you can do some exercise and then sit and meditate. That's the best way. It's easier to get really grounded that way. So, and if it's nothing like that for you, this would be somebody that brings in a message, or this could be something on the news that relates to growth, because it's upright, so it's usually a good message or good information that comes through. But this guy gets us, or princess or page, princess or prince or page, however you want. I don't tend to say, oh, it's a guy. I just tend to look at it as a younger person who's bringing in more enthusiasm for the day, more willing to take some risks, and there's wanting to discover. That's why he's looking up at the top of the wand. It's like, what's out there? It's curiosity, and even at the background, it's like, has he climbed over a bunch of hills to get where he is, right? Has he gone around and back and forth? Like, what did it take for him to get to this place, and where's he going? Because he likes the adventure, and that's why we have the salamanders on his robe. It's like he doesn't really mind the risk, because, and same thing with the knights. The salamanders just represent, if you lose your tail, you can just grow a new one. It's about regeneration and renewal. And even the red tights bring in action. There's just a lot of action when you see these colors. You think action, right? That's why they made McDonald's with yellow and red, because it's people are drawn to those two colors. Pretty tricky, huh? So yeah. And it could, like, if you want to look at these in the background, it's possible that they're like little pyramids and little pearls of wisdom that have been gathered and discovered along the way on his path, or her path, your path. So maybe information came through in dream time, because this is first thing in the morning, or you're just raring to go and you're on a new adventure. Now, if this is traveling, this could make for a really good road dog with you that wants to talk, and the trip goes really fast. Because the Page of Swords is talk, all talk. It's upright, so I wouldn't say all talk and no action. I would say curiosity and just that, mental energy. Someone who talks, and it's about practical things, because again, the pages are of the earthly realm. Now, we have it could be it's a lot of energy during the day, and then in the evening it's like, oh, I don't want to travel anymore, don't want to do anything anymore, because we have a lot of fire, a lot of, get up and go, but not, because it's reversed. Now, you guys can read reversals like kind of like sideways energy or totally reversed or any degree in between, because life is it actually is a big circle. So it might be that you just have less energy in the evening because it was a big day. It doesn't have to be completely, upside down. But generally, when we get the Knight of Wands reversed, it can be that there's some delay sometimes, sometimes some frustration. Maybe was too much mental energy. Maybe we have too much news. There's that very real possibility, and it's just, TMI, right? Yeah, Jupiter's still in here, let me show you the astrology. Jupiter's still in Gemini, and that's pretty much, the expansion of the mind and learning a lot, but it can get to be too much. Just too many words. too much talking. Yeah. And it just went direct February 4th, and it won't make it into Cancer until June 13th. But that's going to be a really different experience when Jupiter moves into Cancer. So right now we're gathering information, working things out in the realm of duality. We're learning a lot, communicating a lot. And with the square today exactly to Mercury, again, it's, there's a tension field. So that's interesting because the cards kind of go with that, except for Mercury's in a water sign. But, we didn't have anything in the air sign either. But still, Mercury, the mind, communication in Pisces, on the dark side can be all over the place or just repetitive. Have you... I love Rachel Maddow, you guys. I don't want to ever say anything bad about her. But she has Mercury in Pisces. And I have lots of friends with Mercury in Pisces, and they don't do the things she does, where she says it over and over and over. She'll say the same thing like more than 3 times, and she's not really making a different point at that third juncture is what gets me. But so to me, this is kind of like a Rachel Maddow thing. Where like, too many words, you already said it. Can we wrap it up and then move on? But, she's so valuable on so many other levels that I'll listen to her anyway. But it's frustrating to me. So anyway, tension fields with squares. Decision points. Something's here, and you're trying to figure out which way is the best way to go. The best way to go is to blend both. So the expansion of the mind and then thinking out of the box with Mercury and Pisces. Thinking out of the box. Communicating from a realm of inclusion and thinking more in terms of inclusion. And you can see Mercury's getting closer and closer to Saturn. Now, Mercury will go retrograde. We're already, we're not in the pre-shadow yet until the 28th, but Mercury will go retrograde on March 14th. But it'll be in Aries by then. It'll make it all the way past here. But then when it goes retrograde, it'll go back over all this Pisces energy again. Well, just back to 26 degrees. So I'll talk more about that as we get there, so don't worry. Anyway. What else? Oh, yeah, the moon is in the sign of Sag. It's at 0 degrees. First thing in the morning, 5 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Eastern. And so now the mood changes. Now we are really, we can be very much inspired. And that definitely goes with the tarot cards. We can be inspired to go on our path, to search, to make sure we're on our path. It can be the kind of energy where we want more freedom, We're thinking about what do we really believe in. We're wondering, especially, am I going in the right direction? Politically, are we going in the right direction? No. So we know that, but we're trying to find our faith in something. Well, my encouragement for you guys is I want to inspire you to believe in yourself and use your common sense, use your critical thinking skills, and don't get lost in Pisces is so good for creative projects, for creating music, creating anything. And you don't have to be an artist. I think there are so many different types of art that, the way we keep our houses clean can be an art. The way we care for others can be an art. The way we organize ourselves every day can be an art. Women putting on makeup is like art. We're creating something. Brushing your teeth. There's art. There can be art in brushing your teeth. But just, thinking outside the box with all of this Pisces energy, and then from there trying to just figure out, what do you really believe in? Because whatever you believe in is what you can manifest with. And if you're not feeling very creative, I think it's going to shift, because there's a lot of creative energy here. It's just frustrating if we're listening too much to what's going on in the news. And for the most part, with a lot of it, we can protest peacefully, we can vote, we can write letters, we can send letters, we can call, we can email, we can write letters, we can call. And then at some point it's like, well, what else can we do? Unless enough of us get together and try to bring a class action lawsuit against the whole, mess, right? Because if we don't get our voting machine and voting situation and the gerrymandering and all of that cleaned up, I don't know a way out of this, honestly. So, but this Piscean energy over here is a wall of inclusion and a wall of creativity and a wall of sensitivity. It's challenging when it comes to immigration, because there can be abuses with the Saturn in Pisces, because Saturn is a government. But we're gonna know, the information's gonna come out. But I think what's going on here is there's the testing of the limits politically. So I don't like seeing that. Now, with the moon in the first decan of the sign of Sag, we're pretty much in that realm of developing something new. So again, back to Sagittarius themes are freedom and belief systems and speaking up for yourself and having faith in yourself and exploring what things mean to you. Just like the cards, here we are with the Page of Wands. That's it's because Sag is a fire sign. These two go together really well. What do I really believe in? What's out there? I know the truth is out there. What is it? Well, it's your own truth inside. If you can believe in yourself and you just keep working it the best you can, and you'll get where you need to go. On the downside with Sag, it's patriotic and religious dogma. And when I say dogma, I'm thinking in terms of bigotry and trying to be in control of other people. And we're better, we're smarter, we're blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, remember, pride comes before the fall. So for the next couple days, we're all going to be thinking about that. So let me change it to the hours, and let's go forward. There we are. Now we have at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, we have the moon squaring the sun. So both the luminaries, the sun over here is shining a light everything that's going on. And then the moon in Sag is like, oh, is this something is this a good direction to go? I think not a lot of times politically, but you're going to think about things like that in your own life, because there could be something over here that's bigger that you didn't think of before you started going, and wherever you're going, you might end up changing plans, and that is especially the case because we have the sesquisquadrate down here to Mars and Cancer. So literally could relate to travel, where you're headed out and you realize, oh, I forgot something, and then you have to go back, because this can be a detour. You have to go back home and get what you wanted to, or get what you needed. And then same thing with Mars in that sesquisquadrate to the Sun. Again, something bigger, thinking big. Maybe it's something like you had plans to do some work and get some other things done, and then you realize, you know what, I really need a massage today, or you really need some other kind of thing that makes you feel better, and and it turns out to be a spa day if you have a spa close by. I haven't had a spa day in so many years, I don't even remember what it feels like. But, the energy's still here for that. So I hope that you can do that. But it looks like there's some change. If we keep going a little bit more, we've got there we go, 10 a.m., we've got the sextile to Pluto. So there's an opportunity there, but you have to do the work to manifest it. But this is about being on your own path and networking with others, and the power of collaboration, the power of group, and the power of kindred spirits with your like-minded brothers and sisters. So that's great. Okay, well, that's all I have for today. Take good care, as always. Bye.